Now that summer is officially underway, it's time to treat yourself to some ice cream shops from area shops now open for business.
And Mikey got to try a new place on Monday live on PTL called Happy Day Dessert Factory on the north side with a young owner, just 20 years old, who really impressed us because he opened his shop in the middle of a pandemic.
Really great guy. And we got that recommendation from our next guest, who we think is an ice cream connoisseur. We're happy to have him with us to share his list of favorite scoop shops around town. Hi, Hal.
Good morning.
And we want to get to one of our favorites.
Oh my gosh.
Gotta love some lemon ice cream from Millie's.
I love Millie's.
Yeah, I love Millie's too. It's it was a running joke at the Pittsburgh Magazine office for a little while because I would just always talk about Millie's. And for me, it's a special place because it goes back. I remember when the co-owner Chad Townsend started making it when he was the chef at Salt of the Earth way back when. And it's a great place. I think most importantly because they're using really amazing quality ingredients. So they started working recently with a local dairy called Twin Brook Dairy. That's a multi-generational farm that they're using heritage cows that have a higher fat content in the milk. And so it's a really exciting place, and they do a lot of stuff. And the flavors are creative, but creative in a way that really makes sense, I think.
Oh, me too. And ice cream is something that I never get tired of. I can have it every day.
Yeah, I'm a pizza for dessert person often. And then I get ice cream and I'm like, oh man, this is so delightful, especially on a hot summer day. It's just,
it's so good.
And especially now with so much going on, it's nice to just have a little something special and a little treat, right?
Well, let's get to the young man that we just spoke about a few minutes ago. We were there earlier this week to see the new kid on the block at Happy Day Dessert Factory. Yeah,
I'm so happy you went. I went in there. I'd gone a couple times. And I was thinking about the story, stories I wanted to write. And I was like, oh, this is really cool. It's a new place, opened right in the middle of the pandemic. It's ice cream. And I walk in, I was like, hey, I'm Hal. I messaged you over Instagram. Can I see the owner? And this kid, Galen Moore Jr., was like, oh, that's me. And I was like, whoa, how old are you? And he's like, I'm 20. And he comes from, his dad used to own a Rita's Ice Cream. And they work together. And it's just this really great thing. And it's cool to see someone who's 20 open up a business and make these really delicious ice cream flavors. I had one cinnamon toast crunch that was just like the cereal.
Perfect.
That I really loved. Yeah.
And Leona's is pretty incredible too because it's women owned and women operated.
Yeah, I mean it's a really great business to support. And what's great about Leona's, in addition to it's lactose free, they use a natural enzyme so everyone can eat it. They make these really great combinations of flavors. So the cookies, their ice cream sandwiches, and the cookies match the flavor of the ice cream and they pair really well together. And what's nice about them too is you can get them at a lot of different places. So you can go to the East End Co-op, to a lot of market districts, to a lot of neighborhood markets and even restaurants, and you can find it. And so it's a great business to support. I think they opened in 2013, so they're really kind of coming into their own now. And it's one of those places that I definitely I recommend. And it's also one of those places that when I go grocery shopping, I did this the other day, there was just that photo that I was at the co-op and I was like, ooh, I'm going to get one of these while I'm here.
Why not?
Even on your list,
why not?
You have something for our lactose intolerant friends.
Right. And I will say that Millie's has a vegan ice cream flavor and so other places. But if you want something that's a little bit different, if you're looking for maybe like an ice pop, a popsicle, Alquiceras Palateria, which is in Beachview. It's about 2 years old now, and they're making all sorts of really great flavors. So a lot of them are fruit juice based, some of them are nut milk based, and you can get things like spicy mango, which is just a very it's great to have something a little bit spicy on a hot day too. So I really like this business. It's something that I just sort of found a couple of years ago. I was just walking around Beachview, and I was like, oh, wow. And it's the only, as far as I know, palateria, which is common in a lot of other cities with large Latinx populations, but not so much in Pittsburgh. So it's something a little bit different. And it's another local business that I think is a really great place to try and support.
Awesome. Hal, thank you so much. Always good to see Hal V. Klein.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks, Hal.
Always a pleasure. Thanks.
And also on Hal's list are some of the classics and favorites that a lot of Pittsburghers know and love, including Page's Dairy and Clavon. So we thank Hal for being a regular guest here on PTO.
Now I'm hungry.
Of course you are. We can have ice cream for breakfast, lunch, and dinner today.
Okay.
No big deal.